I've been with you guys. This is my first full class. I came the weekend to high school. And it's been quite a ride. I've watched you grow. I've watched you screw up. I've watched you grow into young men. You have a great chance to do great things in our community, at our school, on a football field, and in your life. This is the best time of your life. Right now, this next 15 weeks ought to be the most fun you can possibly have. Do the right thing, be dependable, have class and character, and all those things will come to pass. You won't get everything you want. Nobody ever does. But if you set your goal high enough, the rewards will be tremendous. You've already set some high, lofty goals. And you've achieved many. But this is your time. This is not my time. This football team is not about the coaches and anything else. This is about you. This is your senior year. Should be the best year of your life. Because after this year's over, guys, you go to the real world. And you start having to use what you've learned beforehand later on. If you get in trouble, if you make a mistake, what do you do about it? Do you make amends and try not to make the same thing happen again? Or you just keep living in the same way? Those are things that you try to learn. Game of football, what you hear us teach, all those things. And this weekend you've learned some good things. I would say this camp this weekend is as close to the first year as we've had. The first year was the hardest ever. The hardest ever. This year, it's not, and I'll tell you why. Because we're in such better shape. We do a much better program year-round, and it's not. That first year we got here, you guys coming up still had moisture behind your ears, and you were still a little bit shy, and you weren't really sure yet. You were still babies. Now you're close to manhood. And the kids at that time, hadn't been working real hard. We have for a long time. And I know sometimes it's not fun. Everything in life is not fun. It's not supposed to be. If you do something just because, oh, I'm not having this is fun, I'm going to do that. I don't want to do this because that's too much work. And you'll never understand what the rewards of hard work are. Because when you work for something, the rewards are much greater. If somebody were to give Brandon $1 million, he would like to have that $1 million and would accept it gladly. But he wouldn't respect that $1 million nearly as much if he'd gone out and busted his tail for it all his life and that been what he worked for and made. He would not give that $1 million away very easily. I'm not going to buy that into something. I'm not going to go do this. Where if somebody gives you $1 million, it's easy to turn it. Yeah, I got $1 million. Here, have 100,000. You know, it's a lot easier to do that. Work for. We work at Camp Dixie to help you remember that all through the season, in football and in the classroom and everything that you do. That's why we do this down here. I asked you like I did at my house a little over a week ago. Are we obtaining the goals that we set down? Are we laying the groundwork for the leadership that we need? I would say right now you're probably going to get a high B rating as a senior class that shows leadership. I see it. I see it in your faces. I see it out there at practice. I see it when I'm dogging you, kid. See it in your face. Yes, sir, coach. Doesn't like it much. Stands there and takes it like a man. Steps up and does the best he can. Every one of you, I've seen that. Because sometimes when you get on somebody and they do this, it's through. Through as a player. Got no character. Got no character. Don't have any fight back in them.